When I think of my first experiences as a kid with 3D games, one game in particular comes to mind. King's Quest VIII, The Mask of Eternity. This game had a large world to explore, multiple dimensions and zones, and even puzzles to solve, like this one, where I had to write the answer on a piece of paper and then come back here and jump on the correct symbols in order just to get through it. I've played through this game countless times throughout my childhood, and even had fond memories playing it with my father. So during spring break this year, I was hanging out with him and we started talking about some games, and Mask of Eternity came up. We started going on about the different parts of the game and puzzles we solved, and I wondered if it's ever been remade or updated in some kind of way. Well, after countless hours of going through the internet on forums of people talking about a remake, and links that just went nowhere, I decided that screw it, I might try to remake it myself. Now, I have no intention of making the game in its entirety as of right now, as that will take a lot of time for just me being by myself. But I guess if these videos gain traction and some of you would actually like to help in the process or even give feedback on what could be changed for the better, I'm all for it. So for now, I just plan to remake Daventry as I remember it, dark and gloomy, instead of the bright sunny one which was the original view for it. So I'll currently be remaking the game in Unreal Engine 4. I've been working with this engine for the better part of 2 years in school, so I have a decent baseline in it. What I wanted to start with first is some of the baseline mechanics. So starting with a new third-person template, it gives me basic movement, camera control, and a jump that's pretty much on par with Connor's Olympic jumping. So I'll keep it for now. Now I'm just gonna need to take the little house from the starter one in King's Quest, get some images, and build like a test house. And just like that, perfection. Now, if I recall correctly, on the shelf there was a yellow potion, some mushrooms on the side, and a nice hidden rock stone crystal thing under the bed. Alright, so we're going to start creating our pickup here. As you can see here, I'm starting to create the armor potion. I'm going to get just two squares, two cubes, and mash them in to create a placeholder model for my potion. I'm going to also get that box collision. That way when I enter and exit that box collision, I'm allowed to pick it up when I'm in it, and I can't pick it up when I'm out of it. It's just simple. I'm just going to enable the input and disable the input and then call a gate. The gate pretty much just says that when I'm in that box collision, I may enter when I press my interact key, and when I'm out of that box collision, it closes that gate again. You want to make sure that that gate is always set to start on closed. From there, I'm going to go drag off of the exit portion here when I enter it, and I'm just going to destroy the actor. This way it just simulates being picked up. Now that I'm in here, I placed it out in the world. As you can see, nothing happens, but when I walk up to it, press E, I pick it up. Now I got all three, the mushroom, the crystal, and the potion. So we're going to go and we're going to actually place them in the world, but they are actually pretty massive, so we got to scale them down a bit. Start with the mushroom. Next we'll place in the potion here. Still a little big. Make it a little smaller, drop that down. And then the crystal. It's also pretty large, so scale that down so it fits underneath the bed. And perfect. So now those are all set into place. So what we'll do here is we'll enter into gameplay and we'll go test it out. Now I know you have to, in the actual game you point and click, but for here we'll make it easier and just press E to interact with them. And as you can see, they are disappearing, which means that they're being simulated as being picked up. Now, another thing I decided to add, and if you remember when you walked inside of buildings, you actually walked. So I created a collision box that dropped my movement speed down so that way the mannequin here decides to walk. So now while I'm inside the building, I move slower. go and pick up my items, and then when I exit, I can run around again. So thank you for watching. For the next log, I plan to actually just create the actual first thing in another map. Look forward to that and showing that to you. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Thank you.